President-elect Donald Trump has been sentenced in the Manhattan hush money case that involved payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. So it's done. And despite having 34 felony counts that aren't going away, those are from falsifying business records, the presiding judge, Judge Juan Machon, basically did the right thing, issued an unconditional discharge, meaning that Donald Trump can now go on with his life. No jail time, no probation, no fines. But as I said, all 34 counts still exist on the books. The decision allows Trump to essentially assume the presidency without any really issue, but he is still the first president, the first individual as a felony to actually hold the office there. During the virtual setting where he was on from Mar-a-Lago on some sort of streaming platform, Trump maintained his innocence, labeling the case as political witch hunt, as he's done the whole time, and aimed at damaging his reputation. Now, the Supreme Court had earlier the day prior denied the fact to hold it back, push it back a little bit by 5-4. Coney Barrett and Judge Roberts actually joined the liberals to say, no, let this thing happen, let it be done, determined that the ongoing fight for keeping this thing going was useless. They needed a resolution, needed something going on, especially since Machon said basically a week ago, we just need to finish the paperwork. You're not going to get any jail time. It's going to be basically wiped away. However, it's more or less a personal issue with Trump. Trump had to show up. Trump had to be there. He had to basically yield to the judge for a bit, even though the judge was going to do a nice thing, if you will, a pardon and just be done with it. Not quite pardon him, but essentially get off of all the charges and give him no actual consequences from the charges. This, of course, going back to 2016, Trump was running for president and he had a deal where he paid off or had someone pay off for him Stormy Daniels, who he had a sexual affair with before, and he didn't want that to come out to the world and maybe damage his chances of winning. It probably would have made it even better. He probably won by more points the way we see things now, but this is what happens. So Stormy Daniels had a story. She sold it to the Inquirer. The Inquirer basically paid her through Donald Trump, or paid her through actually Michael Cohen, who was supposed to repay Donald Trump, to pay through the Inquirer. It's all sort of crazy mixed up how these people work. And because they got caught and then Cohen went to jail for this, and other people were wrapped up into this, it had to go to trial. And Trump lost 34 felony counts of business evasion, tax fraud, things, not that tax fraud, basically fraud and trying to defraud people, saying that he repaid this person for what were campaign contributions, if you will, but actually it was just hush money to keep it quiet for a story. What does this mean for all of us? It's exactly what I said at the beginning. No charges, no jail time, no fines, no kind of probation. He doesn't do community service. He doesn't have to show up on weekends and pick up trash in the orange jumpsuit. None of that stuff's happening. And that's what was going to happen regardless. The reality is most people aren't just so much trying to cozy up to Donald Trump. They want things to be on an even kilter because it's the right thing to do. I can harm, I can ham all the way about all the tech guys and all the business folks showing up at Mar-a-Lago. Right now, there's stories about Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, who's going down as the first Democrat to go meet with him at Mar-a-Lago before things get started, where he's saying, hey, I got a 50-50 state. I am in charge of everyone in my state. I got to work with Donald Trump whether I want to or not. I've got to do something with him. We need to have understanding. I'm going to meet with them. And that's the way we should be with this. I've listened to a lot of commentary lately, and many people on the far left and somewhere middle-list left are kind of, no, we have to keep fighting, resist. But in that case, the battle's been lost. War's not over, but that particular battle is lost. So resist is not going to make things happen. Trying to convince people who voted for him, who voted against their own best interests, they've already done it twice, so that's not going to change anything. Doing, unfortunately, what's right for the situations and what's right for history is the best route to go. Unfortunately, that does mean Donald Trump gets away with a lot of things. It's the way he planned it, the way he worked it. He ran for president one more time, partially to be in charge of the world and partially to keep from going to jail. The second part is definitely in play, as all the things that were going to be in the problems are going away. And he will be in charge in about 10 days from this recording. Will that be a new problem for him? Will he fix all the things on day one? Will the bluster and all the gusto that he's had so far keep him popular? Or will people kind of see through it and we have another 4 years of what we had last time? Hopefully minus a COVID attack. Your opinions really matter on this one. The big issue is he still has 34 felony counts against him for this hush money trial. They are still in the books. They're going away. He's still the first president to be a felon, convicted felon, I should say. And it doesn't really matter. But if it matters to you, let's chat it up. What do you think about it?